Well. Welcome one, welcome all to the Jerkmonger Show, coming at you live from Tampa and from Florida. I am your host, the Jerkmonger. On this fine Wednesday morning, smoking my Rocky Patel cigar out here in my patio, my wife's happy place, as she calls it. And I've got issues today. Two issues. Good morning, Andrew J. How you doing today? I'm taking a break so I can smoke this cigar. Otherwise, the thing's going to get messed up. And it's smoking nicely, by the way. It's a nice, smooth cigar. Rocky Patel uh, Old World Reserve. It's nice. Superman's an idiot. Just want to start with that. Superman is an idiot. Reed Troutman, you smoking out the she shed? Yes. Well, I mean, she shed is just a patio. It's a common space. Superman's an idiot, and an important witness was left out of the investigation for Trump's impeachment. Peter, good morning. Rodwell, good morning. So it turns out, a critical witness wasn't even interviewed during this impeachment process. I forget the guy's name. This dude from wherever, the Ukraine. Uh, what's up, Matt C? Hit that like button. Thanks, Peter. I appreciate you. Anyway, I like smog. Anyway, an important witness is left out of the whole impeachment process. This guy who was the second to the president of the Ukraine. Never gets interviewed, and he gets an interview in Time magazine, which came out yesterday afternoon. Time freaking magazine. The guy is contradicting everything all these witnesses are saying, and nobody's reporting on that. Just saying. Look, I'm not even crazy about the president, but everyone deserves. If you're going to impeach the guy, you're going to complain or blame him for doing something against the national interest of the country, something that was just his personal gain. It better be rock solid, and they didn't do that. I've been following some of this impeachment stuff, and I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the way that we. This is a sad jerkmonger show. This is me being salty. Can I be salty? Is it okay if I'm salty? I mean, I like salt in my food. I probably shouldn't have salt in my food because of my blood pressure. But this is elevating my blood pressure, so I'm feeling salty. So the president may or may not be a douchebag, but we can't keep blaming him for stuff he didn't do. That's one. Biden is the one that actually committed those crimes. That's true, Peter. I believe that. And I think he was trying to help his son. But hey, I feel like talking about American politics is relatively non-controversial. I'm loving this. I know, right? A rare Elias sighting. Good morning. How you doing, Eric? But let me get to the controversy, because this thing with the president is controversial, right? No bueno. The impeachment process is pretty ridiculous so far. I can't believe we're doing this. We look like ridiculous people. We look like idiots to the rest of the world. But I'm gonna leave it like that. That's not the worst news today. You know what's bad news today? The new Superman comic by Brian Michael Bendis came out. Superman revealed to everyone. Because Manny, how you doing? This is a spoiler alert. If you haven't read Superman and you don't read Superman, or if you read Superman and you don't want to know what's going on in Superman, I'm about to tell you. It just came out today. I read a digital copy of it. Comicsology. Superman just revealed that he is Clark Kent. Well, I just told you because Superman's an idiot. Must be good since you're smoking. I'm not that good. I'm upset. I'm upset, Hector. I'm upset. I've got rage in me right now. I've got real anger issues right now, and I'm smoking the cigar. I'm just trying to smoke the cigar because I don't want it to waste. I figured I'd smoke it with you guys. We already know that, Elliot, says Reed Troutman. You know that? I look like a dragon. He just revealed that he's Clark Kent to the world. It was funny too because I'm looking at the panels. Batman, Batman is smirking. Batman is smirking. What's wrong with Bendis? Batman should be like, "That's ridiculous, Clark. Keep it to yourself." This is a big deal. I know. WT Keaton, how you doing? Ed, the next creative team will undo it. Happens all the time in comics. You think so? No, it's too late. They can't put this cat back in the bag. Smoke monger. My Batman does not smirk. I know. I know, Cosmetti. My Batman doesn't smirk either. But here's the thing. He's like, it's okay because I'm not Batman and he's Clark and he should be doing this kind of stuff. So now I don't want to give away the end of the issue, but let's just say a certain someone. Let's just say a certain someone is upset that he's been fooled all along. Superman will spin the world back to before he said it. Yeah, right. With everyone a super, no one is a super. What? Lady Celtic Moon, good morning. How are you? No, no. He wants, and he goes to tell Jimmy. By the way, he goes to tell Jimmy Olsen, and Lois blew it. Lois is such a jerk. Now the way Bendis writes Lois, he's such a jerk. God. Greta Thunberg is Times Person of the Year. Greta? Everybody's a jerk to Superman. Even his son's like, "Hey, thanks for having me, Dad, but I'm gonna go grow up real fast. You never get to see me like do stuff. I want to go be somebody important in the 30th century." That's what are you, Doug? Now smoking cigars already? I smoke cigars once in a while, once every so often. This is a good time for one. By the way, I bought one once recently, and I was like, I want to smoke this before it goes bad. Because when it says not surprised, not surprised. Yeah, well, my goal is to smoke so much smoke out of here, uh, and then all of a sudden, yeah, but no running hill sprints. I don't do hill sprints. There's no hills here. And do I look like I sprint anywhere? Is your T-shirt inside out, dear? No, it's not. It's a special Harley Davidson shirt that had like some crazy looking stuff. Sub Jerk Monger says, "Oh, Amor, how you doing? No walking today. No walking today because our system of government is crazy. It's upside down, and Superman is telling people who he is. Now, let me tell you something. I don't care if Superman feels like he's been lying to the people all this time. Yes, he's been lying. Yes, he's been lying. It's in the interest, the national interest, the world interest. You keep your identity a secret. That's what. Listen, here's why I'm upset. I'm not really upset, but I am kind of upset. You'll be smoking that cigar all day, and then you will pass out and have a nice nap. No, 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 I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna smoke it for a little while longer. Superman likes a cigar. Not many people know that. They be subverting them expectations. It's true. It's true, Reed. Joe Toff, how you doing, by the way? You know, Amar, did I didn't ask you about my cigar. Bill Barr is gonna clean shop. Who's Bill Barr? So here's the problem. Superman's always been complained about because he partly because people that think that he doesn't have a lot of depth. And the reason why they say he's overpowered. So Superman is a little overpowered. But the problem is this. He may be overpowered, but the one thing he has that's it's the only thing that we can somehow relate to. Like, I want to protect my family. I gotta protect this. Peter Parker does it all the time. If people knew I was Spider-Man, Aunt May would suffer. Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy, everybody, cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. You don't share your identity with people when you're that powerful. Oh, Attorney General. Gotcha, gotcha. So what happened? Why did Superman do this? Not to mention, Superman is confiding with Adam Strange, and Adam Strange is written like oh my gosh, like oh my gosh, I can't stand Bendis. I can't stand that guy. Can he though? WT, can he reestablish a new identity anytime? He's told everyone. He says he wants, and this is another stupid thing he wrote. Superman says, I want to be Superman and Clark Kent. I'm going to keep on doing my job. What? Now we know that Superman works at the Daily Bugle, not the Daily Bugle, the Daily Planet. We know now. No one's going to go, hey, Clark. They're going to be like, hey, Superman. By the way, you don't deserve that raise. That's what they're going to say. So is he a super reporter now? You see what I'm saying? See how he botched this up? It's just me thinking off the cuff. I'm not even like, I'm angry. I'm angry at Superman right now. He doxed himself, says Reed. Yes, he did. I create OP characters as well. And you know what? You create overpowered sentences anymore. I can't read all that stuff. Brian Michael Bendis. That's right, Max Santiago. Reed says it's like winning the lottery and going back to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? Now, this is an important story because he did it like in front of everybody, the whole world. He did a press conference. It was nuts. But Jalapeno says this is why Goku's better. Goku doesn't have a secret identity. He's just Goku. Dear, it's not Superman. It's the writers. I know. I know. I know, Lady Celtic Moon. I know. That's why I still blame Bendis. Max says, dude, I feel bummed. Like all that we love sucks. That's what I'm saying. And then I'm hearing people complain. Do you hear people complaining about? I was listening to Young Ripper this morning. Someone's complaining because now this new Ghostbusters movie is reversing. Listen, man. I think the idea of quality is evaporating so fast, so fast. Like this idea of if it's a female movie, and then by the way, I love female-led movies. I love when they're good. I also love male-led movies, and only when they're good. Huh! It has nothing to do with whether a man or a woman, gay or straight, black or white. I don't care. I don't care. And by the way, this video is not for children. I should have said that up front. Hey, Mar, let me have this today. Let me have my anger with Superman, please. I support Superman all the time. And by the way, I draw Superman all the time. I love Superman. I love that character. I look up to Superman. Lately, he's super weak, man. He's like, and I'm not talking about masculine. I don't need him to be masculine. He seems unsure of himself. Do you remember how Neo was? Remember how Neo became like Super Neo at the end of the first Matrix, and then all of a sudden, in the second movie, he's like, I'm just not sure about myself again. Neo, you're flying, man. Come on, come on. So here's Superman. Lightning fan, how you doing? Get out of here, kid, says Reed Troutman. That's right. You know what lets me down, says Max? They took the Legion from him. They took the Legion. I don't know about that, Max. I think it would have been cool, Hiroshi says. How you doing, Hiroshi? If Sony had the Spider-Verse team do an animated Ghostbusters instead of another reboot. Nah, I don't, I don't know. I don't need that. I don't need that. I want Superman to be masculine, says Cosmetti. You know why, Cosmetti? Because you like masculine men. I'm just saying I don't need him to be like ultra masculine. I like him masculine. I'm a masculine man. I think I'm a masculine man. Maybe I'm not that masculine. But I think I at least pretend to be. So I just want my Superman to be strong, confident. Can we say, can he be confident? Can being super, if you had laser beams coming out of your eyes, can we say that? Can we say that that at least gives you some kind of confidence? Neo is just boneless Superman, says Jalapeno. I agree with that. W.T. Keaton says a story arc about the problems of having a public identity can make for a good read, but Bendis will surely ruin it. Yeah, well, you know. Superman Lightning Fast says is supposed to be the greatest beacon of hope. Max Santiago says aspirational. Elliot wants representation, no hate here. And by the way, Amar, I'm not inhaling the smoke. I'm puffing the cigar. There's a big difference, all right? Get off my cigar. Anyway, and by the way, in the little team shot of the Justice League where they're watching the screen, the digital screen readout. And by the way, that double page spread that Ivan Rice does is terrible. It's a terrible. I don't know. I've never seen him draw that. I mean, it's not a bad drawings. It's just it was hard to read. I don't know what was going. I don't know what was happening in that shot. Jalapeno says Superman is who we would aspire to be if we could. Batman is who we could be if only we would. That's interesting. Amar says, hey man, I am concerned about your health, dude. I need you to be around for years to come. Listen, I'll be around. I'll be around like a ninja. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is this. The one thing that Superman had to keep safe that made him an interesting character, and it wasn't that big of a thing either, by the way. It's not a big deal. In fact, it's not. It needs to be more. Superman is too overpowered. I think a character like that, he needs to be in space fighting aliens all the time. He doesn't need to be on Earth at all. Because he needs something to challenge him, to challenge his psyche, to challenge his emotions, to challenge him on a deeper level. And just like going, so he tells Adam Strange, like, I don't know. What should I do? I'm thinking about telling people about my identity. What? Adam Strange? I don't know. Would Batman be happy with that? I don't think Batman would be happy with that. Not the way he's typically been written. So now, says Hector, is Clark is a jerk. Because how many times Superman gone rogue? Yes. Yes. There's that. Can you imagine they think being good is boring? That's right, Reed. And it's not boring. You just he needs to have a conflict. Look, he could still be stronger than your average superhero. Oh, by the way, in the Justice League shot, when everyone's happy, like, oh my gosh, Flash is like, oh, it's so great. I'm so happy. Cyborg's like, yeah. He's pumping his fist like anybody. I don't know. Who's the golfer? I forget the guy's name. Peter says he's only super because of our yellow sun. No, he's super because he makes the right choices. And he did not make the right choice here. Tiger Woods, thank you, Lightning fan. So what I'm saying is, by him doing this, this is the one of the few things that he has that he can say that we can say as people that care about his character and how he develops. He's got something. Um, he's got something to hold him back. Something. I mean, that's the minimal thing. That's the only thing he had left. Now he's. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like that's not. Oh, now it seems interesting. Like, how's he going to balance? Anyway, I was going to say earlier. Can you imagine the people who were like, man, I feel deceived. I feel deceived. I would feel deceived. Amar's like, everyone must bow. Everyone must bow to my power. Jalapeno, hot milk. I don't understand what you guys are talking about. I know everyone. Okay, so my point is, in the end, my point is, in the end, Superman must not fail in this. Massey called jalapeno milk hot milk. Okay. Hot milk makes you sleepy, by the way. Is that really a thing? Does warm milk really make you sleepy? We got to weather the storm of crap, says Max Santiago. I don't know, man. And this is my thing. And by the way, I gave that Henry Cavill so much garbage because of his portrayal of Superman, which, by the way, wasn't his fault either. But did you hear what he said recently about? I don't know. I'm not sure he was defending. Young Ripper says he was defending. Other people say he was defending. I don't know if he was defending, but I think he was being honest. Just because you're a fan doesn't make you toxic. I've said that all along. I just said it different ways, but that's what we've all been saying. And that's what we've all been saying. It's just some of us are not as articulate. So he comes and says, no, we're just fans. We're just passionate about the things we love. And it's okay. It's okay. But I kind of agree with Amar. I've said this before. My superheroes are gone. I have all of them in short boxes in my closet. They're still there. The Witcher. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's a good guy. He's a geek like us. Is he really, Max? Is he really a geek? Did he have to read all the Superman comics? I don't know. Maybe not. Lightning says, oh, Jerkmonger, I just remembered I've got to send you a link to a story for Paranormal. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Amar says, I would have continuously for, oh gosh, Amar, you're killing me. Oh my gosh, that's a lot to read. Oh, Keaton, okay, let's read, okay. I'm going to give Keaton an opportunity here because I don't see him very often in my chat. Making Superman have emotional and mental problems can work. Roger Stern did a great job on the Exile story for example. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I'm just saying, yeah, but this is a complication. This is super complicated. I guess is this the next big mountain for Superman to climb? How he's going to justify himself as Clark Kent and Superman in the same space? Does he get to keep a job at the Daily Planet? Does he get paid by the Daily Planet? Does he need to get paid by the Daily Planet? Does Lois not make enough money? Is Lois going to divorce him? I swear, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. People need to get over Christopher Reeve, says Jalapeno. He was great, but those movies are dated and corny. You know what, Jalapeno? You shut your mouth. You just shut your mouth. How dare you? Eric Weathers, good morning. And now, what about all the villains? What about Well, Brainiac already knew, but what about like? Because he's got three personalities. He's got Superman, he's got Clark, he's got Kal-El. Depending on who he's fighting. What's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? Is Lois safe? Now he's gonna spend all his time protecting Lois. Lois is constantly getting herself in trouble. That's not fair. That's not fair to the average citizen of Metropolis. And by the way, he's also in this comic. I learned that he's a representative in the League of Planets. No, no, what the United Federation of Planets? Yeah, United Planets of Star Trek. I've seen too many Christopher Reeve style Superman and gay pride parades to take him seriously. Listen, Jalapeno, I don't care what they do. They can't take away Superman from me. They can't take away Chris Reeve. Speaking of Tom Welling, thanks for bringing that up, Amar. I haven't seen the shows yet, the CW shows, but I got to be honest with you. I had a dream. This is gonna sound crazy. I had a dream that I swapped bodies with Tom Welling and that I was Superman. That's a story. I heard it was pretty good, Jalapeno. I heard it was pretty good. I mean, what can you possibly expect from TV, though? You know what I'm saying? They got TV budgets, guys. Max says, "Stay away." Uh-oh. Cool dream, says Tony Troy L. Thank you, Troy. Welcome. He was built more like Superman than most. I think so. I loved Smallville. I don't mind him being confused when he's young. It's when he's older that I'm like, come on, dude. You're Superman. Use your super intellect. Take care of business. Figure this out. Eric Hawkins says, I'd swap bodies with Tom Welling. Dude is buff. I know. I don't know. I don't know if my wife would still love me, but yeah, I'd look good. Smallville was great for a few years. Hey, no, I still like it. I still watch it. I still go back and watch episodes from time to time. And Lois and Clark. I like Dean Cain as well. If you love Soup, says Max Santiago, stay away from CW Crisis. Let me tell you what. Another reason why I don't like the CW Crisis Superman. I don't like that Supergirl Superman. What's wrong with that guy? That guy looks ridiculous. And he lost weight. I don't know. He doesn't look like Superman at all. I'd swap bodies with Woody Allen, says Joe Toff. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Henry Cavill beat up Zod for messing with his mom. That's Kansas as heck. Is it really? Is it really? Let me tell you about. I'm not gonna blame Cavill Superman. I'm gonna call it Snyder Superman. Snyder Superman. This is what he did. He's a jerk. He goes out, comes back to his adopted mom, says, "Hey, mom, guess what? I found my parents. I don't need you anymore." And by the way, did you not see the house that she lives in? That dump? You think he could have picked up a paintbrush and a bucket of paint and redid his mom's house anytime in Kansas? He could have anytime. And they live so far out, it could have been, hey, I'm hiring some people to paint my house. And he doesn't do it. Meanwhile, Smallville is back on the farm. Like the true Kingdom Come Superman. And it's like, I'm gonna keep on doing what my dad taught me. I'm gonna keep up with my farm. They'll be mad at me. And he talks about that too in his speech to the people in the comic. He's like, yeah, I for a while I had the two identities. I only did it because I wanted to fit in. But he built a life around Clark Kent, dummy. Haha, says Kuzmeti. I noticed that house. Looks like the abandoned farmhouse around here. Yeah, it looks like it's a ramshackle thing, right? Looks terrible. If he was a good son, he would at least cleaned it up. Yeah. Smallville Superman puts in the works. It puts in the work. That's right, Hiroshi. Lightning fan, why did you say Martha? And the only reason why he cares about Martha that much is because he was a jerk to his dad. But his dad was a jerk too. It's alright to let people die, Clark. What? What? What iteration of Superman is that okay? Reeve would never, said Jalapeno Milk, have wrapped a semi up in a telephone pole. He's soy like that. Wasn't that just a super tantrum? Joe tosses ungrateful. I agree. I agree. His fortress of solitude should have been blinged out. Maybe. Maybe he could have had a special room for his mom at the fortress, so she can vacation. Maybe what if his mom needs some help? I think he could have worked on the farm a little bit. So the implication is that his mom, now that his dad is dead, his mom has all that farm to take care of. How's she gonna do that by herself? Who's she hiring? She can't afford workers to come and take care of her land. W.T. Keaton says, I like Man of Steel as an Elseworld take on Superman, but it was a poor fit as an anchor for the DCEU. I agree. I agree. Ash, that giant blunt. I know there's a lot of smoke on there. My dad would have beat me up for dressing up as Reeve Superman. Listen, Jalapeno. It takes guts to wear that costume, man. John Schneider is the best Jonathan Kent. Yes! Oh, I love John Schneider. He was tough. He was complex. He was complicated. He worried about his son, but he knew that his son had to do the right thing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I want for Superman is to do the right thing. And I don't think that giving away your identity and putting all your friends in danger. Now Jimmy Olsen's in trouble. Because now he's not just Superman's pal, he's Clark Kent's pal. And we all know where he works. Well, they knew where he worked anyway. Now every time I hear it says Lightning fan, someone named Martha, I just expect Batman to have a hissy fit. Hiroshi says Elliot has the best fan rants. Listen, I'm still a fan. I'm still a fan of comics, of the characters. I'm not a big fan of comics as much as I used to be. But I am a fan of the characters, and I do care about them. Justin McClure says, haha, listen, Jalapeno. Michael Smith. Oh, Mike Smith. Christopher Reeve sent half his paycheck home to his mom. That's right. That's right. So she wouldn't have to work. John Schneider, Troy, is greater than Kevin Costner. Michael, I love you. Jalapeno Mix says, sometimes snapping someone's neck is the right thing to do. Jalapeno, I'm not sure. I'm not sure we're on the same street, brother. But I love you. Michael Rosenbaum is greater than... Michael Rosenbaum is so great, he could be Lex Luthor and the Flash at the same time. Bam! That was funny that he did that whole thing with Lex Luthor. Anyway, that was fun. Kevin Costner wasn't bad as Jonathan Kent, but John Schneider was awesome. Listen, again, it's not Kevin Costner's fault. Although I feel like he felt that part, like he was into that. Maybe you should let them die. I don't know. At least he was honest. I'll grant him that. He was honest. But then he shows up in that other weird dream, I'm putting rocks together, son. Stupid. Amar says, same here. I was never a comic book fan, but I was a fan of the comic book character. I was a comic book fan, but Henry Cavill dates 18-year-olds. Does he? How old is he? He's probably on 20-something. Heck yeah, says the Roshi Paradox. Heck says Superman is going through an anthropose, showing his humanity kicking in. I don't know. Amar says that would be Jalapeno. That would be my first initiative as Superman Commander in Chief. Snapping next first bill pass executive order. I can take John Cryer seriously as Lex. All I see is Alan from 2.5 Men. And no, I don't want that either. Lightning says if Costner was given the same character portrayal as Snyder, he would have been perfect for the role. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Because he has that sentimental to that. If anybody has a son, if anybody out there has a son, if you have children, especially a son, and you think about your son, you think about what could possibly happen to him. You can be protective, but there's always this weird conflict, right? You're protective of your kid, but you also want them to spread their wings. No pun intended. Max says, "Well, get ready for J.J. Abrams' version of the DC heroes. He ruined two franchises. I don't think he ruined two franchises. That wasn't his fault, man. I love Star Trek. I like his Star Trek, and I loved Lost until the end. That wasn't his fault. And Star Wars wasn't his fault. I vote Elliot for the new Superman. Super Fat Man is what you get. Junkyard Dunn, what's going on? Ah, Bendis, seriously? Superman would never reveal his identity. Felt just like Spider-Man in Civil War. Yes! Oh, wasn't that terrible? I'm Peter Parker. Who cares? You're that kid. It's like that scene in Superman 2 when everybody's helping him after he just rescued a train full of people. They're like, he's just some kid. Don't worry, Spider-Man. We'll protect your identity. We'll keep your secrets safe. Thanks, guys. Don't worry, though. Next week I'm going to reveal it anyway. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know who this new. I don't watch the CW show. I just saw that him in the trailer. I don't care. Ryan McCarthy, thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. Super tranquil with the birds and backyard. Thanks, Mom. You got it, man. Michael R was better on Smallville. I loved him on Smallville. He was a great Lex. I hated him. He was a great character because I hated him, but I loved him as a villain. I think Cavill Superman knew his dad would have complained about being alive, so he really wasn't too broke up. Kevin Costner dances with clouds, with tornadoes. That's stupid. Lighting Fan says, it just dawned on me. Costner's character in Field of Dreams is Jonathan Kent. Yeah, probably. Abrams can never stick an ending. Yeah, he can't. But that's okay. He gives a good start. I'll take his start. Let somebody else finish it. Supermonger. I'm smoking a cigar like Gene Hackman. That's Textmonger. We need a Francis Ford Coppola version of the DCEU Godfather style. No, stop it. Oh, Amar, please. Please. I'm gonna put you and Jalapeno Milk are gonna live in the same tenement. Justin McClure says, too many of these actors want too much FaceTime on movies. It's ignorant to keep giving up the secret identities and takes the fun away. But it's not their fault, man. It's not the actors' faults. It's the writers. Superman's the big boss. Bendis choked up, fool. Oh, says Michael Smith. He's a choked up fool. That's for sure. Kia says, I heard Spielberg is making the Blackhawks movie. I hope that one happens. That sounds great. So here's the thing, right? I have zero interest in any of the Marvel movies now going forward. But all of a sudden, and I hated all the DC movies until Wonder Woman. And aren't you guys glad after all? I was thinking, like, what is Wonder Woman wearing in that poster? Why was she wearing that gold armor? What's wrong with her? What is that guy? Oh, it's the Kingdom Come armor. All right. I didn't know what she was wearing in that comic either, but I liked it. And so now I'm like, oh. And by the way, isn't Gal Gadot like really short? But doesn't she seem like she's got really long legs in that dress? Fine. I'm just saying. And that's why these people are so mad. I can't have a good-looking, sexy Wonder Woman. Gotta keep this cigar lit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We can call this the Monger Minute. How I feel about all this nonsense. I like the gold outfit, says Cosmetti. I like it now, too. Now that I know that she's wearing, like, that armor. What is that? Was that like an Amazon war armor? I think that's what it was, right? She needs a few sandwiches for me. There's a lot of mayonnaise. Eric Hawkins says, Gal can wear whatever she wants. I would worship that. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. She's like stunning beautiful. Like genuinely goddess level. So it fits the part. Mike D'Souza, hey. Is that a fat joke, Mike? Ryan McCarthy says, I didn't mind that 52 Wonder Woman gear. 52. Yeah, I like that stuff. That was good. I like her. Actually, I like that outfit. The skirt thing, I dig that. That's pretty cool. It looks good. And it's not like a regular skirt. It has like these little pleats and stuff, so it's kind of cool, things. Wonder Woman fills me with wonder. Yes, jalapeno. Yes. I liked Aquaman. I liked it a lot. I dare say I loved it in its own little way. I liked it as a fun fantasy movie. I really liked Shazam, but I'm liking it a little less. I'm liking it a little less because I feel like the more I watch it, it is kind of kiddie. But I guess if you're a kid, you need a superhero. You need some kind of. I mean, the smoke is just like sitting up in my wife's face. She doesn't mind me smoking out here as long as it's out here. I said that on Facebook and got roasted for shaming her. What? You shamed her? Junkyard says last time they were raging that she didn't have hairy pits. Yeah, I don't want that either. Gal Gadot is 5'10". This is she. She's 5'10". She's taller than me. But I don't care. She works as one for me. Yeah, she's pretty tall then. I was just being honest, says Amar. I still remember Linda Carter. Oh, I love Linda Carter. Man, Linda Carter was like, wow. I was too young to really appreciate her, but in retrospect, she was so yeah, man, and she's still beautiful. I'm sure she gets Botox and stuff, but she's bad. The point I'm making is this: if you're going to reveal your identity to the world, do it like I mean, even Wonder Woman does it. She's pretending to be someone she's not because she needs to. You can't be Superman all the time. Now you're walking down the street. You can't just put on glasses, which by the way was ridiculous in the first place. I like how okay, so the person spoiler alert, the person that was frustrated was Lex Luthor. Can you imagine being Lex? Like all this time I've been fooled. Eric says that he loved Aquaman. I'm with you, brother. I'll love him with you. I love Aquaman. I know that's crazy. I liked him a lot. Do you remember in the Justice League episode where he first shows up? We had the cool, like he looked like Submariner. That was awesome. That's my favorite Aquaman. The hairy Aquaman with the beard. Man, it's all right. Long hair Aquaman with a beard with the hook hand. Yeah, it's all right. Linda Carter says Keaton was considered the most beautiful woman in the world. Her playing Wonder Woman was lightning in a bottle. Well, guess what? Now I see Gal in the same light. She's just stunning. I mean, and I'm saying that as like an artist, and I'm looking at beauty. I mean, she checks all the boxes, and I'm like, she's got the great intense face. I mean, she's just so cool. She's a great cast as that character, as the idealized woman. And she's not that buff or anything like that, but they did a good job with her costume. I mean, just a great all around, and she's so sophisticated. She's walking around and she's trying to talk to Steve. By the way, Steve Trevor, I'm really curious about how they're gonna explain that. And what's up with her bad guy in that movie? Though? I don't like that bad guy too much. That's the Mandalorian. He looks cool, but his hair has got problems. Although I think I'm out on this one. Dennis, how you doing, sir? Dennis says, Ellie, I got original art from you in the mail the other day. Thanks. Arrived perfect as always. Thank you, my friend. And by the way, I know some of you guys are still waiting on some stuff from me. I will be sending that stuff out in the mail. I've just been kind of caught up in a bunch of crazy stuff, and I've really dropped the ball on that. I'm really trying to get back on track. Dropping the ball on a lot of stuff. So I'm trying to recover. I'm making appointments with my doctor. Unfortunately, I can't see her until the beginning of the year. I'm hoping I can get a sneak in sooner than later so I can get some good old fashioned chemicals to help me think straight. I didn't watch movies for 6 months after I saw Shazam. It was so bad. This jalapeno milk. Oh, it wasn't that bad. It just wasn't. It wasn't as great as I remembered it. And you know what it is too. And I liked it. I liked all of it. I liked it. I just didn't like it as much as I thought I did. I think I still like Aquaman better, and still the best one so far is Wonder Woman. And did you see? Did you guys notice how colorful her costume is this time around? Like the blue is really blue and the reds are really red. That's really nice. It's dark, or rather, Clark says, "Is Clark gonna wear his underwear inside out to the office to remind people he's Superman?" You know what I'm saying? I have concerns. Because Manny says, Lightning fan, she does have presence. Yeah, you were talking about how you didn't realize. Lightning fan says, I didn't know she was she was telling Cosmetti she's 5'10" in the movies. I think it's her presence. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think Shazam was pure and innocent. Nothing wrong with that. No, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I just and I like that actor, but I just feel like that guy. He just looks a little. I don't know. He didn't see that kid. I've seen that kid in other shows, acting in other things, and he he seemed a little more worldly, a little more aware. He didn't seem as goofy. So whenever I watch Shazam trying to like shooting lightning, I didn't see that kid doing it. I think that was the problem. I didn't quite feel like he and Billy Batson were the same person. But again, I'm a big Shazam fan as well. I like all the Cape guys, not all of them. I like the ones that are hopeful. So Shazam was a big deal to me growing up because I mean, it's hard to beat that idea of a kid becoming a superhero. I mean, that's everyone's fantasy. Um, and that idea is super strong in my life, which is why I think I love superheroes so much. Um, but I just didn't like that actor as much. Gal's the best. I'm 5'11", says X Gal. X Gal, you're 5'11"? Oh, I can't meet you guys. I can't meet you guys. You guys are gonna make me look like a dwarf. Because man says, I think the complaint is that Gal is too short for an Amazon. I have no such complaint. I'm only 5'4", Cosmetic. Cosmetic, I love you. I love you, Cosmetic. Ryan McCarthy says, looking forward for Cheetah in the movie. Yeah, and that's another thing. That's the girl from the Ghostbusters. She was probably the best thing in Ghostbusters. Oh, why? Oh, I gotta go, guys. It's my doctor's office. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out. Hey, guys, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I lost a bunch of you. I get to see my doctor after all. Very excited. Very, very excited. Very, very excited. Sorry, everybody. I'm back. So, so I guess that's it. I lost most of you guys. I'm sorry. Had to see the doctor. The doctor's call. I got my appointment sooner. Yes, tomorrow 3:30. Get medicated. Get my stuff together. I'm pumped up about that. Pumped up about that. So now I'm not mad at Superman anymore. Yes, I am. Yes, I am mad at Superman. I don't like it. Thank you, Rodwell. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Anyway, that's it. Pumped up. It's gonna be good. Yeah. Yeah. Mary Needlepoint, how are you? Sharon Marlowe, hi. Hello, everyone. Sending blessings out to all. Thank you for that. Good. So, yeah. So back on track here. I'll spend a couple more minutes with you guys. This will be an hour-long stream. I wasn't expecting that, but my cigar burnt out on me, and I'm gonna keep on talking if you guys want to. But I guess that's it. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being such great partners here on YouTube, but also with me. Those of you, I've seen a few more sales come through on Doomkicker. I'm very blessed by that. I gotta be honest with you guys. I've been struggling through that particular book, drawing that book. It's been challenging for me personally, because of the amount of work that it's involved, and it seems so overwhelming. But I have a really good plan for executing that and trying to stay on track. So I'm going to get back on track and get things rolling. I'm still shooting for completing. I might have to. It might take me a little longer in February to get it complete. I might need most of February to complete it, but it'll get done. So we're still shooting to get it all wrapped up and get it out to you as soon as possible, um, within that time frame, God willing. So I hope that you guys will hang in there with me. It's going to be good, and we're going to have a good time. We're going to make some comic book history in the world of the jerkmonger. And everyone's been asking me for years, when are you going to make a comic? And here I am. I'm doing my comic. So thanks for hanging in there with me and being part of that process. I love all you guys. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank Brian Shearer for being such a great partner, not just on Paranormals, by the way. It's tomorrow night at 9:30 uh, so far, but also thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. Also, I want to thank him for being a good friend. He's been super supportive of me in the back, behind the scenes. Um, and so when I say please check out Gunship Thunder Punch, I really hope that you guys, all of you who see this video, will try to like amplify and project more sales for him because he could use it. I want to thank Antonio Bryce, he and Keenan White for, Antonio's been super supportive of me as well, and we do a lot of talking behind the scenes on the phone, strategizing. Um, they need some support from you guys as well. If you can buy some art from Kanan, that's awesome. I want to thank Doug Tenaple for being such a good guy and helping me out and giving me the chance to work with him on this story. I just bought on eBay. I just bought a copy of Black Cherry. I'm really excited about that. So it should be coming in soon. It's one of my favorite books that he's ever written, and that book in particular was one of the ones that made me think I can work. I can do this. Um, I want to thank all my buddies over the last year that have inspired me to work harder and to put out my best effort. Um, you know, Ethan Van Sciver has been great. John Malin have been great. Um, these they've really set a tone for me, and it's been. I appreciate their input throughout the year, and all of you guys who are my fans and who have stuck with me through my transitions in and out. I've had a lot of like uh, up and down situations. This trip I took to my sister's home for Thanksgiving in North Carolina was super helpful in that way. Is Doom Kicker still available? Yes, it is, Miss Sharon. It still is. You can check it out. It's still in demand. Um, and we're close to 55,000. That means I'll be putting out a bookmark soon. I'm gonna have to put out some art for the bookmark. I was considering launching it also on Kickstarter. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Um, we'll see. I have an idea for a cover for that special, unique Kickstarter edition cover. Um, we'll see. But again, I'm really blessed, and I'm, I say that with a lot of respect, um, and love, um, to all of you. Because of all of you is why I really am excited about this. Hey, Ellie, happy holiday. You too, Zay. What's going on, man? I want to do a good job, and I you know want to do a good job. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being so kind to me and generous with your time and your compliments and your encouragement. So with that said, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I hope you guys have a blessed Wednesday. It is Comic Day, new Comic Day Wednesday. Go check it out. Uh, check out Superman. You guys tell me if Superman didn't make a mistake. Oh, more phone calls. I love you guys. I'll talk to you.